Marianne, what happens when the National Assembly meets?
So the Chief Justice calls the date for the first sitting of the National Assembly. It has to be within 14 days maximum of when the IEC has declared the results. The Chief Justice presides over the swearing in of all 400 MPs. The first step then is to elect the Speaker as the presiding officer of the National Assembly and a Deputy Speaker. That all usually happens in the morning. In the afternoon, if traditions of previous elections holds, the Chief Justice is back on the presiding chair for the election of the President. MPs from the floor will stand up, nominate somebody. It has to be seconded. Nomination forms have to be signed. And of course, the person who is nominated has to also sign an acceptance form. There's 5 days until the President has to take the oath of office, swear loyalty to the Republic and obedience to the Constitution. That has to happen within 5 days. It usually happens in Pretoria.
Is that it then?
Not really, no. The President then gets to appoint and announce the cabinet. Usually that happens a day after the big inauguration. Sometimes, like in 2019, it can take a little bit longer. We're watching this step because obviously, depending who's announced in what position in the cabinet, it's the first kind of indication of where this next administration is going. The 2024 elections is interesting in the sense that there might be coalitions at provincial level and national level needed. So that is a territory and a terrain politically where South Africa has never found itself. So of course that's going to be interesting, that's going to be different. There might be some dangers because politicians might not want to come to a quick agreement, and we as South Africans might have to wait for a little while. Very, very unlikely, highly unlikely, but for example, if the politicians can't get themselves sorted out and the National Assembly doesn't sit within the 14 days that the Constitution needs it to sit, then we are in totally uncharted waters again. Highly unlikely, but then we would have to call for another election within 90 days.